By choosing to save his son Luke and destroy the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, Episode 6 shows the redemption of Darth Vader, where he would once again become the Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker in the final moments of his life. Ultimately, we would see Anakin join Obi-Wan and Yoda as Force ghosts at the end of Episode 6, demonstrating the distance that existed between Anakin and his former life as Darth Vader. However, while we see Anakin as a Force ghost at the end of Episode 6, this path to immortality wasn't guaranteed for Anakin. Although Obi-Wan forgave his friend and chose to share with him the secret to retaining his consciousness as a Force ghost, the decision to embark upon that path was ultimately Anakin's. This decision was not so simple for Anakin immediately following his death, and as we'll see in today's video, he questioned whether the path to immortality offered by Obi-Wan was one that he deserved, where there could have been a possibility that Anakin declined the opportunity to become a Force ghost. For today's video, we'll look closely at two Legends novels, The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader and The Life and Legend of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Although he rescued Luke and destroyed the Emperor in his final moments on the second Death Star, Anakin didn't simply forget everything that previously occurred during his time as Darth Vader for more than 2 decades. The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader novel demonstrates that even as he made the decision to once again become Anakin Skywalker by turning against the Emperor and the dark side of the Force, Anakin was fully aware of the fact that his life was defined by terrible, unspeakable actions. For this reason, it's not surprising that one of Anakin's final thoughts before his death was his gratitude that the nightmare that consumed him was over. As Anakin closed his eyes for the final time after his last moments with Luke, he was confident that he was about to embrace perpetual darkness, with no thoughts at all about any potential to achieve immortality. However, as seen within the Life and Legend of Obi-Wan Kenobi novel, Anakin's final moments with Luke were seen by Obi-Wan, who of course was watching these events as a Force ghost. During these moments, Obi-Wan also recognized an important truth. Not only had he been wrong in believing Anakin was completely destroyed by Darth Vader with no good remaining within the Sith Lord, but Obi-Wan also understood the importance that his own forgiveness would have for Anakin. As Obi-Wan concluded, forgiving his friend and former apprentice was crucial for Anakin. Therefore, following Anakin and Luke's final moments, Obi-Wan waited for Anakin within a realm known as the Netherworld of the Force, calling out to Anakin after his death. Eventually, Anakin didn't find perpetual darkness as he believed he would, but instead heard Obi-Wan, immediately recognizing his voice. Demonstrating how impacted he was by everything he did after joining the Sith, Anakin didn't hesitate to begin apologizing to Obi-Wan for what he did. However, Obi-Wan had to interrupt given that there was such limited time in which Anakin would be able to learn and utilize the ability to become a Force ghost before his consciousness faded away. And it's here where we see how Anakin questioned such a path for himself. After Obi-Wan explained to Anakin that he could become one with the Force, allowing him to achieve immortality and to revisit corporeal space again, he could clearly sense both confusion and remorse within Anakin. And Obi-Wan was exactly right. As seen within the Rise and Fall of Darth Vader, at this point, Anakin was certain that he was beyond redemption and expressly questioned Obi-Wan why he should be provided with such a path to achieve immortality. Given the years in which he was allied to the Sith and dark side of the Force, Anakin thought redemption for him was impossible, and as such, was confused why Obi-Wan would help him in this way, likely not believing he deserved it. However, what Obi-Wan said next was crucial in Anakin's path in accepting the ability and learning how to retain his consciousness as a Force ghost. Obi-Wan was able to convince Anakin by explaining that he was the Chosen One, and by eliminating Darth Sidious, he successfully fulfilled the prophecy. But I don't think that was as important when compared to what Obi-Wan said next. Recognizing his own failure in that he was wrong about Anakin and refused to believe that any good still remained within Vader, Obi-Wan expressly admitted as much to Anakin, telling him he was wrong, and perhaps more importantly, confirmed that he was his friend. This element clearly impacted Anakin significantly. The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader reveals that it was then when Anakin's thoughts changed, no longer thinking about the possibility of his redemption or whether he deserved the path to immortality, instead thinking about Luke and Leia and the fact that he might be able to see them again if he accepted the ability Obi-Wan was offering him. It was only then when Anakin quietly thanked Obi-Wan, and of course, would go on to learn the secret of retaining his consciousness as a Force ghost before his consciousness faded away. But as these Legends novels demonstrate, Anakin's path towards becoming a Force ghost was not guaranteed. In his final moments with Luke on the second Death Star, Anakin was grateful that the nightmare that defined his life for more than 2 decades was over, and he was prepared to embrace perpetual darkness. Even when Obi-Wan initially offered him the secret to becoming a Force ghost, Anakin could only conclude that he was beyond redemption, and questioned Obi-Wan directly about why he should be given such an ability, with Obi-Wan noting the confusion and remorse within Anakin. However, with Obi-Wan telling Anakin that he was the Chosen One, having successfully destroyed the Sith and fulfilled the prophecy, and confirming that he was his friend, this combined with Anakin recognizing the possibility of being able to see Luke and Leia again, ultimately allowed him to accept Obi-Wan's lesson, learning how to retain his consciousness as a Force ghost. So there we have it, how Anakin questioned whether he should become a Force ghost. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for great Anakin and Obi-Wan legend scenes.